Welcome back to Dum-Dums and Dragons, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Great Wizard Bukake, your host. Our heroes are on their way to meet the Lizardfolk. Grandpa Warwick switched his spells around to defeat or befriend a dragon. Quinny identified Glennis Orc-Slayer so they could get the supplies they needed. And Butthole was shocked by people's love for Captain Planteer. Can these heroes defeat a dragon and a rebranded god? Find out next on Dum-Dums and Dragons.
Dum-Dums, you are heading out from Daggerford, having arrived here in order to deal with a little tiny dragon problem. The Black Dragon Costalancer has been harassing, threatening, and burninating Daggerford for a couple weeks now. Luckily, due to some healer-based shenanigans and trickery, the people of Daggerford are still alive, but the problem is getting worse by the day. The three of you left Daggerford. You have the bows and arrows you requested, and you're making your way to the Lizard Marsh, unless you want to sleep overnight and do this in the morning.
I think we're ready to keep going. The only thing is we'd stop off at whatever the equivalent of a 7-Eleven is. We need to get some pornography for Grandpa Warwick. And Butthole would like to get as many wine skins as possible.
Okay. Well, they don't have any pornography for you, but you can get with some wine skins.
Jesus Christ.
Well, this is an ass guard. He will get a bunch of empty wine skins, though, so he'll just bag those for now.
Sure.
Oh, my God.
So you leave the caravan quarter with your wine skins and make your way to the edge of town and set off towards the marshes. So the Lizard Marshes are, just going to consult my map here, I think they're a little bit up the coast. Oh, they're just a little bit to the south.
Sunward.
Southwest, yeah, sunward west. So you begin to make your way down, and as you go, gradually the train starts to shift. Moves from sort of standard Sword Coast adventuring landscape to a bit more marshy, and you start to feel a bit of that, just that very thick, moist kind of swampy air.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like a bayou, basically, in the delta of the Delimbier River, meeting the Sea of Swords. It starts to get thicker and heavier, and you can hear the sounds of large creatures moving through the swamp kind of nearby and at distance. And gradually as you go, you wanted a wagon, I think?
Yes.
Butthole? So you've got a wagon with a mule.
Great.
What are you going to name the mule?
Steed. Grandpa Warwick just immediately says,
There's no point
"Hello, Steed."
There's no point in explaining to him a new name for this mule every 5 minutes. So the mule's name's Steed.
Right. So Steed is pulling your small cart. It is getting very difficult to move through. The basically, once you hit swamp, this thing is going very, very slowly. And the mule is stepping awkwardly and kind of daintily through the mud and the muck, dragging a cart that's just getting slowly bogged down in the reeds and other things.
Bogged down.
Bogged down.
Yeah.
Butthole just because it's a cantrip, he'll just keep casting guidance on Steed just to make it better at getting through the water.
Right.
Water in the muck. We're looking for Lizardfolk. This isn't supposed to be a surprise. I think Butthole would light torches. Just put one on each corner of the wagon, be carrying one himself. They want to get spotted and to have a conversation.
Quinny, I think, though, will, if there's a cover, or if it's I say tarp, but it wouldn't be a tarp, but there's something covering the contents of the wagon.
A blanket or a cloth or
something like that.
Sure.
Yeah. Quinny would, I think, want to get down underneath that and hide.
Okay.
He'll say to Butthole, look, if these lizard folk aren't on great terms with the people of Daggerfall, we might get ambushed. So I trust you'll be able to talk your way through that, but in the event that diplomacy fails, I'm going to get the jump on whoever tries to...
Yeah, you're ready to pop off.
Yeah, I'm going to pop off on these guys. Grandpa Warwick, how are you doing?
Grandpa Warwick would like to be basically beside Steed and just kind of lead.
Well, do you want to be riding the cart where
rolling.
you would be guiding Steed, or do you want to be in the swamp rolling forwards?
Yeah, do you know what? Grandpa Warwick would try and then would realize very quickly that he's just sinking into swamp. So
Grandpa's up on the
I'm
cart.
sorry to abandon you, Steed. Good luck.
Don't worry, I'm going to stay here and keep petting Steed. He's just casting guidance.
Yeah.
He pets the Steed.
Right. So as you roll along, you start to notice a very strange, but also very common sight in the swamp. There are a number of giant gourds that are growing here in the swamp. They're
That's strange but common.
They're about 5 feet tall. And yeah, are very large, and you can see, similar to like walking through a pumpkin patch or anything. There's a bunch of them that are like broken and cracked and other things, but
some growing to that size. Yeah, we're seeing the full gamut. Okay.
Yeah, and they're just a bunch of them around just as you make your way through. And as the sort of flora and fauna get a bit thicker, these gourds are also one of the things obscuring vision and kind of making it a bit difficult to navigate through. Butthole, you're up front. Grandpa Warwick, are you keeping an eye out, or are you just...
Yeah, Grandpa Warwick's like in the cart, like looking around.
Okay, so I need perception from both of you. Quinny, you are
I'm hunkered
under
down.
a sheet.
Oh, no. With guidance, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I had a D4.
So that's 9.
16.
16. Butthole, as you're keeping an eye out, you see something sort of slithering through the water ahead of you. You just see kind of a scaly green reptilian head with kind of like spiked horns moving just very sort of stealthily through the water towards you at a rapid pace.
Does it look like a snake, or does it look more humanoid?
It looks more green and scaly and humanoid-ish.
Great. He's just going to step to put himself between Steed and this thing and say, "Hail, Lizardfolk!"
And suddenly bursting out of the water, there is a massive green dragonborn who just like bursts out of the water, puts a finger to his lips and says, "Hey, no, you don't want to go saying that too loud here, eh?"
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Listen here, there are lots of things out here in this swamp to be very dangerous for you, my friend, and any of your other, this old man, they could get eaten. There's lots of gators around here. You got to keep it quiet, no?
Okay. We're here looking for Redeye and the village.
Oh, you're talking about the lizard folk. You want to go talk to those guys?
That is our plan currently. Yeah. There's this like...
Do you have death wish? What's you going there? You get real hurt. I think you wear good armor. Eh? Maybe that'll be okay. But maybe the old man, he gets stabbed, he gets eaten. That's no good.
Okay. Hi. I'm King Butthole, and what's your name?
My name is Gator. Welcome to the swamp.
Nice to meet you, Gator, and I'll shake his hand. This is Grandpa Warwick.
Yeah, you guys come down the
Hello,
bayou for
Gator.
any particular reason. You go talk to Grandpa Warwick. Nice to meet you. And what, you're king?
Yeah, King of Asgard, formerly known as Aka. What are your thoughts on the big giant black dragon that's apparently living in the swamp?
It's real bad. That's why I try to help lizard folk escape if they want to get out the swamp. Normally it's nice here in the bayou, but it's not nice right now. There are lots of problems down there.
Okay, well, our plan is to kill the dragon. We were hoping to meet the lizard folk and maybe see if they wanted to do a team up.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you could try that. That seems like a plan that may be a little possible. Hey, can I ask you a question before we get too far down this here road?
Oh, sure. Let's go down the road, buddy.
You ever seen another gator like me? Can you roll me an insight check?
Yes.
I'll give you advantage for a reason. You'll
Oh,
see
that's
soon.
good.
There's a nat 1 on the first one.
That's a 12.
12?
I rolled a 2.
This guy kind of looks like a grown-up Bucky. He
He looks like a dragon.
He's a dragonborn.
Yeah. So when you say a gator like you,
Yeah, like another like big alligator who's got kind of these big arms here and these legs. They're a little, looks like me. I'm looking for other people like me.
okay, I've seen a lot of creatures like you.
You see more gators like me, alligators who are out there walking around.
Okay, so what they called them in the other places I've been, because they're other colors, is they call them dragonborn.
No, I've seen dragonborn. I'm a gator.
I understand. I'm just saying, like, I've seen a lot of dragonborn who have similar scales and proportions.
Similar, sure. Yeah,
when they
but
run,
no,
they
they're
say,
not like me.
hup, 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 hup. And they are very powerful and have breath attacks of various kinds.
That's okay, there, my friend. It's clear you've not seen any other gators like me, and that's okay.
Okay, then I have not seen any other gators
Okay,
like
well,
you.
you keep an eye out there. You ever find any of those guys, you come down here, you tell Gator, huh?
Okay. Can you help us with this dragon problem?
Yeah, I'm just lonely.
Oh, listen.
I'm lonely too.
Oh,
Would
he
you
is
like
lonely.
a best
Oh,
friend?
Hey, I never say look, the bayou is all about friends. Hey, we got to take care of each other down here. We got to make sure everybody has what they need. And right now, that's kind of hard because of this dragon. So, dragon, good. Yeah, go kill that guy. That guy is real no good. But yeah, you won't be friends down in the bayou. We can do that.
We've also got like a whole
I
kingdom
am-
that you'd be very welcome at if you don't just want to stay in the bayou by yourself, where the lizard folk apparently try to kill you
Well,
most
hey,
of the time.
I appreciate that. Maybe I come there, but I want to find other gators like me. And you're saying already you don't have any there, and you're the kings. You probably know everybody who's there.
Well, I
You
mean-
walk around, you shake their hands, you say hello, new friend.
You could invite them. We have a lot of portals that allow people to travel in, so it would be a pretty good central point for you to look for other gators. Because if they're not in
Okay,
the
yeah.
bayou, staying in the bayou doesn't seem to be finding new
Wait, sorry,
gators.
what's your name again? I'm sorry, it's very difficult for me to remember these
I'm
things.
King Butthole Farch.
Butthole Farce. Yeah, what's your name, new best friend?
I'm Grandpa. What's my middle name?
Yeah, what's his middle name? And sorry, what's your name again? I'm sorry, it's
Wait,
very
I
hard for me
know
to
this. Voltsy.
Yeah, this guy.
Warwick.
Okay, his name is Your
Voltsy
name is
Warwick.
Voltsy.
No,
okay,
I'm
great.
King
Yeah,
Butthole.
and what's this guy here?
Okay, we need to go to the lizard folk. Do you know how we
You're
get to the
staying
red eye
silent
village?
this whole time.
Why would I introduce a third factor for this guy trying to memorize two people's names?
Grandpa Voltsy Warwick, and I do want to be by you.
Oh, hey, I like that. It's a little word game. You're
What?
playing a little fun. Well, this whole place is it's a bayou. There's lots of places like this,
I know, because
This one-
you're here.
This
Can you
guy's
take
funny.
us to the lizard folk, please?
What?
Well, hey, listen, no, here's the thing. So I've been helping lizard folk who are not too happy about the whole Redeye thing get out. And I ask each one, I'm like, hey, any other gators like me? And they don't. At least I don't think they do. I think I would remember.
So
if they
why
told me
can't
that.
I go see Redeye again?
Well,
you were saying.
you can. I'm just saying he's a dangerous guy. I've been helping lizard folk get away from that guy.
Wait,
You want to
but
go talk
Redeye's
to him?
my best friend.
No, he's delusional and he's elderly.
Well,
so
I thought I was his best friend, but okay. But
You
yeah,
can have more than one best friend.
well, not right now. I can't. Okay, so
What?
wait, you
so
want to go talk to
Redeye's-
Redeye?
Well, I mean, is Redeye in league with the dragon, or is he having a problem with the dragon?
Well, no, he's kind of a mean guy. Rules with an iron fist. He's got power. A lot of these guys here, they don't have that.
Well, is there somebody nice who you think could replace Redeye as a leader?
I mean, you seem pretty nice. Maybe you could, or who knows? Maybe you'll talk to him. You can convince him to be
Have
less
you
of a dick.
considered leading the lizard folk? They seem to be a fan of yours.
Yeah, again, I gotta keep looking for gators. I don't want to live alone in a world where there's no other people like me. I want to
right,
look
so-
around and find them.
You've got your thing. I can appreciate that. Okay, so
So yeah, I could maybe lead them, and maybe they can help me look. If, but they like Redeye. They respect his power. They respect the fact he's got magic. I'm just saying, you gotta be careful. He's dangerous, but I can take you there. You want to go there? I take you there.
well, unless you've got a way for us to kill the dragon easy without the lizard folk.
Do I?
That's
No,
what-
I do not. I do not. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd give it a think, and I'm thinking about it. Unless he is scared of gators, I can't really help you.
I appreciate that. That's a great thought. Let's go to Redeye then.
Yeah, all right. I take you there, and you and me. What's your grandpa Warwick's like? We'll figure it out. Well, not me. It'll be fine. You and me
What?
will be fine because I'm by you, and you're by me.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. And then he
What?
dives into the water, and Butthole. Now that you can see him, he is doing a full body
Slither,
gator
yeah.
slither, but also having to to pad his way along because he can't swim like that. The water's not that deep. But he is committed to the cause. So Gator leads you deeper and deeper into the swamp. Having successfully befriended him, he helps you kind of navigate through a lot of the various threats of the swamp, saving you from random encounter tables and bringing you to an area near the edge of the sort of large encampment.
Butthole will, at some point during this walk, make his way back to the side of the cart and be like, popping off is seeming more likely.
Yeah, okay. Have an explanation ready for Gator there if I pop off and he has no idea who I am, okay?
I think he's just going to wonder if you're a gator or not, but I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Okay, listen here. You got two kind of big places I can set you up to make your approach there to Redeye. There is a place called Crom's Hold. It's a little old. It used to be a little keep, little small fortified building here in the swamp that recently got overrun. There were some bad people there. They're done now. They're done dead. So recently abandoned. There's also Crandon Manor, which is it's an old stone house. There's some. The Clot Skull tribe lives there. They are some unpleasant folks, but you're very friendly. Maybe you get in there, you talk some nice to them, and you can work from there. So,
All right, you mentioned the keep, which you didn't say was full of unpleasant people.
no, it should be empty now.
Well, should we start from the keep? Does that feel like a good home base, Grandpa? You've got tactical understanding from your wars as part of the greatest generation?
You have to maintain your stronghold.
So should we go there, Grandpa?
Is that a stronghold?
Is it a stronghold, Gator?
Hey, it holds pretty strong, you know.
It holds pretty strong, Grandpa.
Okay, let's stronghold by you.
Take us to the stronghold, Gator.
Yeah. So he swims you a little bit further along, and sure enough, it is a small, squat stone keep that has like a little, somewhat broken wall. There is a massive chunk blasted out of one of the walls where someone clearly led an assault in there, and there's still some like faded to brown blood staining on the outside. So, yeah, the bad people in there, they didn't want to come out. They get taken out. So, but hey, it's good for you guys now. So this can be your place. And then he like kind of climbs up on the top of it and gestures to you to come over. And it points beyond, and you can see in the distance there is a number of wooden structures kind of built up and out of the swamp. It's that classic like up on stilt structures with walkways between them. And there's a sort of a massive central hut with large horns from some ancient creature kind of flanking it. A lot of shields along the way, like large, round. You see wooden shields. You see turtle shell shields, like big tortoise shell shields. And basically just a fortified, it's not really a fortress, but like a little fortified wooden city, essentially, or town, I guess, that is clearly where the Lizardfolk base is. That's where Redeye tends to come when he's doing business with the Lizardfolk of the local area. They know they can come here. It's kind of like his town hall. He does not live there, but he's there a lot of the time. So I'm thinking you stick around long enough, you see him show up there. You'll know because he throws magic when he shows up. He throws those missiles that go boom, the magic ones.
How often does he show up?
Oh, he should be there. He could be there right now, eh? We just gotta take a look there. No, I don't lead you somewhere where he's not. I lead you where he is.
All right, so we can go there to check things out. Grandpa, I'm imagining we're going to need to leave the mule and the cart here.
Steed, not Steed.
Steed will be very safe. That's why there's a fortress, Grandpa.
Oh, you want to keep him safe? I can't. I was wondering if I could use him as a snack because, you know, we Gators, we always need it for a snack. But...
How dare you? Steed's my best
fine.
friend.
I just ask a question. It's fine. I leave him for you. We'll keep him nice and safe in here, huh?
Great. We'll keep him safe in here. I'll put the bows and the arrows in my bag of holding so we can bring those without having to have them on display. And then we can just make our way there. See if there's like a night meeting we can get. It'll be good. Does that make sense, Grandpa?
I was right to put my trust in you.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice there. Okay. You guys, you bet. I'll look. I'm going to stick nearby, and if it looks like you guys get into trouble, if it pops off, as they say, maybe I jump in there and lend a hand, huh?
Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to go talk to my shadow for a second. And he goes back to the cart and he's like, all right, so we're just going to walk into this thing. This doesn't look great. We may be replacing a dictator. I don't really have a cart excuse.
We do that a lot.
Do you want to just ghost among the trees or what's your plan?
I think I just might, yeah.
Okay, Gator's doing that too apparently, so we'll just go for a walk and see how it plays out.
All right, where's Gator?
Gator's
Have I lost him already?
Gator's the Bayou Croc. He's over there.
Oh, yeah, no, is he here still?
Yeah, he's standing around. He's talking to Grandpa Warwick. Sorry, Grandpa Valsy Warwick.
I'll rise up out of the cart because I figure we don't want to bump into each other sneaking around out there in the dark. So, or the dusk. How are we doing?
It's dusk.
Yeah, okay. And I'll say, yo, Gator.
Look, there's a guy sneaking up on you there. He's a little guy.
No, I know him.
Yeah, I've been coming along for the ride this whole time. I'm kind of like a secret bodyguard, similar to what it sounds like you do. You protect people, and you're
a
sneaky.
secret bodyguard who just travels around while they do all the work. You just hiding there like a sack of flour on the back of the cart.
I'm about to go to work. Okay, so I'm going to sneak around in the bayou as well. So if we bump into each other, no need to get murderous. We're on the same team. Do you understand?
Understood. Hey, listen,
Great.
you look. Please don't take this the wrong way. You look a little squishy, eh? You get hit. It's going to hurt you real bad.
If I get hit, but yeah.
Great. So let me ask you something, just in case you don't make it out of this. And like this guy here, I think he make it out. But you ever seen another gator like me around?
No, I've never seen another gator like you.
Okay, wait. And what's your name again?
Quinny Brownbarrow.
Okay, what's his name again?
King Butthole.
Okay, so we got King Butthole. We got Quinny Brownbarrow. Neither of you seen gators around. And this is my friend Bayou. Okay, great. Look, I help you guys out. Maybe you help me out. Maybe I come visit your kingdom sometime when I find my other people, and we'll have a good time.
Cool. Grandpa, I just have a quick question for you before we go into this combat zone with an evil dictator in his own army.
I hope I have an answer.
Oh, you will. I just wanted to ask you, is this a time where you feel like your skills may not match the task at hand?
What's the task?
We have to go into an evil enemy's fortress, and we have to negotiate with him successfully. And if it doesn't work out, we're going to have to kill him and his closest bodyguards and replace him with someone more reasonable.
Well, it depends. Redeye's my best friend. But does he want me to be his best friend? I don't know.
I mean, I almost guarantee you he does not want you to be his best friend.
I don't think he's the best friend having type.
No, he's a vassal having, it sounds like.
What?
Do you want to be like his slave?
No! I fought in 2 wars to not be that.
Okay, then do you want to go into these negotiations and maybe kill everyone, or do you want to send someone else?
No, I don't want to kill potential best friends.
Okay, then let's trade you out, bud. Who do you want to become?
Oh,
You've had a good run there.
I'm so confused. I think Juniper needs to take over.
Great,
Yeah.
let's bring her back.
I
That
think
sounds
so,
super.
too.
Okay, goodbye. I'm so sorry, Gator. It was a nice friendship while it lasted. Goodbye.
I'll
Game
always
ending.
remember you, whatever your name was.
Gator's still alive.
It's not going to end.
Goodbye. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
This is expensive. Just casting remove curse
And
again.
Gator fucking leaps at the wolf in like a grappling position. Don't worry, guys. I take this dog out, and it just jumps up. You slap the wolf. Wolf turns back into Juniper. Suddenly, he's holding Juniper by the shoulders. And you say, "Okay, there. I'm real confused. I forget things a lot, but it seemed like you were just old man. Now you're a wolf. Now you're a lady. I don't."
So, Gator, this is Juniper. She's going to go with me into the fortress, and you do your following along and be ready if things are going to pop off.
Oh, hey there. That's great. Hey, listen, Juniper.
Hello.
She knows the exact
Hi,
same thing as
Gator.
Grandpa
Yes.
Warwick.
Yeah. Have you ever seen another guy like me?
I've never seen someone like you.
Never seen another gator. Like an alligator who's got like the long arms and the long legs. Like
No.
Okay, that's disappointing.
Sorry,
that's
I've
okay.
s-
Neither have I. Neither have I. So I can't be too mad
mean,
about that. I
I've
just
met-
figured
I've
maybe
met,
I ask you, and you maybe have a different experience than old man and the wolf.
I've met a blue dragonborn.
Oh, that's
but
very
not
nice. I'm not the dragonborn.
green.
That's common
Oh.
misconception. No.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm not offended. Dragonborn seem very cool. They're just not me. He is very clearly dragonborn.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Quinny
Yeah, we-
remembers the conversation, so he just skipped to the end of like, I've never seen
Bucky's
a creature like
blue?
you.
Red.
Bucky is blue.
Okay.
Well, Bucky is a red dragonborn.
Yeah.
He has always been blue.
But he's blue. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's cool.
Okay, listen, I know you guys have a thing here. You think that wolf, can you bring that wolf back out if that's one of you? Can
No.
I just, no, I can't. Okay, has the wolf, do you think, ever seen, someone like me?
The wolf has definitely not seen anyone like you.
Okay, that's great. What's your name
Yes.
again?
I'm Juniper.
Juniper, okay,
Yes.
great. Look, I'll let you guys do your thing. I'll help out if I can. I'll try not to jump you if you turn into wolves.
Great.
They shouldn't turn into wolves. It should.
Hey, I didn't think you would either, and sometimes it just happens today. So that's just the kind of day it is. That's just Gator's day.
Usually it happens about 1 in 6 times.
It don't sound like very deadly odds to
Pretty
Gator.
sure in the
Okay.
last 2 days it's been like 4 and 5.
So he just sinks down into the water and like slinks away up to a nice flanking position for you all.
What are the odds this guy's going to forget who he's protecting and just jump out at us?
I mean, we don't really have control over that one way or the other. So, like, he's going to do
All right.
his thing. Odds, if he forgets who we are, here's the thing. He's not even going to get to us in combat. He's going to stop to ask every individual person if they've ever seen a gator like him before.
Fair enough.
He also won't know who Redeye is. So, it's going to be fine. He
Okay.
thinks he's been helping Lizardfolk. He could just be picking up lost branches with enough leaves on them and hucking them into the woods. What I like about him is he's trying to help.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Try to stick to the trees if you can or near huts. That'll give me better cover. Bye.
Great. Yeah, we can do that. I'm just going to do a quick prayer before we go. Just a second. He's going to get down on both knees.
Oh,
He's going to
wow.
pray to himself. Dear me. There's only so much we can do in this world. And right now we're heading in to meet Redeye, who every single person we've met has said is heinously evil and absolutely going to try to kill us and has no redeeming values. And one thing that we believe in is the possibility for anyone to do better except Captain Planteer. And that's why I pray to me, because please help me find the good in this Redeye and help us find a way to get along without me having to kill him and his bodyguards and maybe like 3 more people before we find a good ruler to help these lizard folk. Help him become who he needs to be. Help him become our best friend.
Oh my God.
Please, please, me, I beseech me, help me in this situation.
Snare, snare.
My God. That's a 4. I have to roll lower than my cleric level on a D100 for my divine intervention to take place. Let me read you the rules of divine intervention, Tom. Implore your deity. Describe the assistance you need. Roll a D100. If you roll equal to or less than your level, your prayer is answered. The effect of any cleric spell or domain spell could be appropriate, or would be appropriate. The DM chooses the intervention. I can't do this again for 7 days.
See, I
Spent it on this? We're going to fight a
trying.
dragon.
That is not about saving their lives directly. I need the help. I don't want to have to kill a bunch of lizard folk, which is how this would go.
Yep.
We could be saving a small nation here who could join us as an ally and be a friend to the Lord's Alliance. Otherwise, I'm just like, help me ice that dude. It's not the right prayer to the Butthammer.
You're so lucky Gator isn't here because he would have been like, hey, you think you can ask that big guy if...
Not for a week.
Yeah. I thought you were doing a snap prayer. So when you rolled a 4, I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Divine intervention. I used my action.
Wow.
Hot damn. Does that burn one of your slots or is that just
Nope. That's just the domain ability.
Once in 7 days.
Damn.
Holy shit. All right.
It's an action. I can do it once per long rest. except
Thy
for now
will
for
be
a week.
done. Cool. So...
And then farts come out, just float around a little bit of gold, and then they just poof into individual fireworks. Just like, meow, meow, meow. It's like, I feel good about this.
This is new.
Okay.
Is it new,
Are you okay?
or was it always inside me?
Was it?
Nope. But it sure is there now.
And in the distance, you see larger fireworks as magic missiles erupt into fireworks in the sky, each forming like a skull.
Oh, cool.
And you hear the
Celebrating his ancestors.
rhythmic beating of drums, as well as like there's some sort of like bone horns that sort of almost Viking like rolls. You hear a variety of cheers and things as it's clear that Redeye has arrived at his meeting space.
Well, it's time for us to join the party too. And he's going to take his torch and be like, Juniper, anything fancy you want to do, or just want to do a torch? I could thaumaturgy so we can get some cool sounds and some sparkles and cool shit.
Do I need a torch?
No, you can just walk with me if you want.
Yeah, I'll just walk with you and have my shield up.
I mean, sure. Butthole just starts walking towards it. He's going to cast thaumaturgy. There's occasional trumpets and little fireworks shooting off of his torch and other stuff. It's all relatively simple and small. But
And
visible.
immediately, lizard folk start taking up defensive positions up on the barricades. Shields are coming around. You see like short bows being drawn. People are jumping up into dramatic, ninja. It's like anytime Batman gets ambushed by like ninjas, it's just like people jumping up on ledges, pulling bows and everything else. And a massive fucking lizard folk just comes stepping out. He's about 7 feet tall.
Whoa.
Big, broad shoulders, very classic lizardy green. His eyes, it will not surprise you, are red. But he's also...
I thought they might have been blue for a reason.
he's also...
I'll just have to get to know him.
in kind of that Power Rangers when they're not Power Rangers way. All of his clothes are red tinged as well. He's got like the classic loincloth situation. He's got a bandolier. It's got feathers, a variety of like bones, small skulls, that sort of thing, teeth. And he comes kind of like lurching out of this tent in that very classic too much shoulder, not quite enough leg situation that like big lizardy monsters tend to have, and just kind of comes out. He's got a goblet in one hand, and he's got what on for Quinny would probably be like a full length staff. For this guy, it feels almost like he's got like a half stick, like it's almost an eskrima stick, but it's bigger. It's clearly his focus, and he's got it kind of behind his back, dramatically. Comes and goes, "Oh, hey there, hi, you there? Yeah, you with the fireworks? Hey, hi."
Hello, new friend.
Yeah, you a friend there? Do we need to shoot you?
Oh, I'm here to make friends. I'm King Butthole Farch of Asgard, formerly known as Aka, and I'm here to pay tribute to Redeye.
Okay, hey, look, have you seen the stage play, The Iliad?
I mean, I kind of remember the broad points.
Cool, yeah, you got like a big... What kind of tribute are you talking? Is it something full of people here to kill us, or is it just like an actual nice thing?
Oh, no, I think it's something you've been shopping for a while. We could just call it a gift, honestly.
Okay. Hey, listen, before we go too far down this road, what do you like? What would be a nice thing for you?
Oh, just helping friendship,
That's going to feel weird. I'm going to feel like I owe you a favor. What's something you'd like? Just a physical object or something?
Oh, okay, let me ask you a question first. How do you feel about Castellancer?
What's Castellan? Oh,
the big black dragon. Friend or foe?
Oh, yeah, no, big problem.
Oh, I would just like your help killing the dragon. That's what I'm here to do. I just brought you a gift on the way.
You want to kill the dragon and you brought me a gift?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you the nicest person in the world?
I mean, if that's how you define it, I guess so.
I just feel like I got a dragon in my backyard and you're here to kill it, and that's pretty great. We've been having a hell of a time.
Yeah, he's pretty nice. I'm helpful too. Hello, I'm Juniper.
Oh, hi, Juniper. All right, so we got a king and a Juniper.
What's your name?
Redeye.
Oh, you're Redeye. Okay,
Yeah.
hi,
and
nice
all,
to meet
all
you.
the like ninjas are like Redeye.
Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, no, I told them to stop doing that, but they like it. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
It's pretty catchy. All right, you want to have a drink and we'll sit and chat for a bit?
Yeah, cool. Can you guys get up? Can you get up here? You seem kind of vaguely magical. You got the fireworks. Hey, hang on, drop the ramp. Yes, Redeye, and they like run forward and like slide down the ramp. So just like, and it's literally just a, it's got mechanisms and other things, but just creaks down and hits the ground. He's like, yeah, you guys can come on up. We've got a hole up here. You don't have to stand around in the water. I imagine it's probably, I mean, we're lizards, so we don't really care about that, but that's probably bad. You got like
it's clothes. A little dank. Yeah, we'll come up.
Yes.
And he'll walk up the ramp and be like, hey, listen, I don't want to come across as insensitive because it seems like you're a great guy.
Thanks.
A lot of people have told us that you're like super dangerous and evil or whatever, but I think that it sounds like some bullshit.
Look, I mean, I also don't want to cause offense, but what do these people look like? Are they
generally humanoid? The mammalian variety.
Yeah, sure. So like mostly humans, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And he grins. He does like one of those big lizard smiles that kind of like goes too far up his jaw, like the raptors when they're all like opening doors and shit. And he just goes, "See these?" He points his teeth.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, these scare a lot of people. And then you combine these with, and then he spins the staff around and like launches an acid arrow up into the sky where it explodes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you combine those two things as like the acid kind of rains down on him. He says, and people start getting real worried about it.
Yeah. Well, I heard you're like taking over all the Lizardfolk and some Lizardfolk got to leave and stuff. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there are a bunch of different warring clans, tribes, groups within the Lizard Marshes. We've been in a state of semi-constant warfare now for generations. And, honestly, some of these folks will consort with pretty much anything to gain more power. And look, I got to tell you, I'm a pretty powerful guy. And I just thought I had some good ideas for how to make everything a little bit better here. So, yeah, and I also, you should know, I mostly picked up the pieces. Other people did a lot of the killing. I just,
You're just trying to build something
last
better.
lizard standing. You roll me insight?
I can. I've definitely farted guidance on myself for this one.
Any of you can do this as well if you're trying to like
Cool, yes.
Sure, I'll
track
make this
how
my
trustworthy this guy
guidance roll also.
26.
26?
18.
18?
Not important.
Right. You get the sense that not unlike this is a little bit like if not Pete Baelish told you that he wasn't involved in any of the killing. Like he is probably factually accurate, but in a
Well, if you get two other people to think they need to kill each other and they kill each other and you go, oops, I know in their houses.
maybe exactly that. Yeah, but it seems genuine enough in his desire to create unity and bring an end to the war in the region. but also definitely hands are not clean. Talons are not clean.
Well, I mean, neither are mine. In terms of the thing he would really hope to understand is like, is this dude on the level? Is there secret malevolent things underneath, or is he just getting played in this conversation of like, hey, I'm harmless and I'm a nice guy, you should come in? Butthole's also harmless and a nice guy, but
I mean, I think you've nailed it in the like, my hands aren't clean either. This guy, like, there is a tone of this that does remind you a bit of like the battle, like the war priests of Akka, who were just, like in the gold dust paint and everything else, just being like, oh yeah, no, we fucking love Tempest. And, if someone doesn't like Tempest, well, we may just need to raise their city, and that's okay. That's how the God of War likes it. That's just what we're going to do. Like, he's got a bit of that where he does seem genuinely like welcoming, friendly, doesn't seem to bear you any ill will, but he's also not a fucking puppy, Like,
that's fine.
The ambition is clear, the iron will is clear, and the multiple shows of force done in a kind of innocuous way, but in a like, he keeps firing his gun in the air.
Yeah. But most humans are pretty racist, and honestly, like, Butthole believes that deep down to his core when it comes to understanding people who are different. I mean, Gator thinks he's not a Dragonborn, seems to look down on Dragonborns, and was about ready to eat our mule and kill Grandpa Warwick the moment he became a werewolf. So there's a level of just general creature ignorance amongst any species of creature. So he's innately kind of adding that on. Plus, he tends to get on people's sides. But if he doesn't feel like this is a trick where he's getting ambushed, if there's no ill will, then he'll turn around and say, "All right, everybody, we got another friend with us. Quinny, just come on out, man. We're cool. This is a cool guy."
Just from the swamp, you hear, "You sure?"
Yeah, no, I did a pretty good read into the situation.
Oh, did you bring a sniper?
Okay.
Oh no, he'd pop off right up close.
Oh, okay. Hey, there's a ramp.
Yep, I'm on it.
Do you need
I got
a rope?
I'm about it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so this is Quinny Brownbarrow. He's a minister of culture, also goes with me out in the world.
Weird. That's a weird guy to bring on an adventure. But Minister, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry, you're kind of meeting us at my like meeting hall here. There's not a lot of Lizardfolk culture on display other than how we build things and kind of what we like. We got some cool tapestries and stuff in there that we've made. But hey, listen, before bring you into my house and we can sit and break Brad. Is that what you eat? What's the weird circle the circle loaf thing?
Donuts?
It's
Donuts.
Bagels.
We can break bagels.
Could be bagels,
like
or we could just eat whatever we want, chat, whatever you make for yourselves.
Great. Yeah, listen though. So you said you're a king from another country, and you're showing up here on my doorstep, which is fine. You want to fight the dragon, which is neat. But are you trying to take? Do you want to rule the lizard marshes? Because I got to tell you, those Lords Alliance fuckers show up an awful lot with rather large expectations. So you here to take over, or are you here to like?
Oh no, I live like so far. I portaled in just to help with the dragon thing.
Okay.
That's it. I'm literally just here for the dragon.
Why? How'd you even hear about this? You're that far away.
Neighbors helping neighbors.
something fun to do.
Well, I mean, we got sent kids. What's the name of the village nearby? What's that place?
That's Daggerford.
Daggerford sent out like an SOS, and we know some of the Lords Alliance people, so we heard from them that there was a dragon going on, and we're like, we'll help out Daggerford, we'll help out whoever else is here. Get this done.
There's a lot of like grumbling in a language you don't understand as they were giving each other looks. And I don't know how well you can read a reptilian face, but there's a bit of a twitch to the lip. And he says,
I feel like Juniper, given the number of faces she's had, could probably read something.
Yeah.
I think we went from super happy to some grumbling. Butthole can read the sounds.
Yeah, it just says, yes,
grumbling happily.
Neighbors helping neighbors really, they've had their chances to help us in this particular situation, but they have denied us at every step. So it's nice they called you, I guess. It's just weird because we're right here and pretty good at stuff. But
honestly, I agree. They probably should have just talked with you, which is why we brought a gift for you guys. So I understand you've been trying to get some like high quality metal weapons and stuff like that. So I'm going to reach into a bag. Don't get weirded out by this. And he's going to reach into his armor and just start taking out like a bow and a quiver and a bow and a quiver. And he's just going to take out all 20. And be like, all right, so we got you a bunch of arrows and bows. They mentioned you might be interested in this.
How many Daggerfordians did you kill to get these?
Well, it turns out I have a way with words, as do my friends. So we took all that, and we got you a ceremonial gift of the Orc-Slayer. Do you want to see it here, or do you want to see it inside?
Oh, I want to see it inside. I don't want these chumps to see it. They're all like, Redeye, 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 Redeye.
Just communicate by saying Redeye, like fucking Pokemon.
Yep. I was gonna make you roll persuasion, but honestly, you've brought him the right stuff, and you've kind of answered things the way he understands. So he waves to you, and you go inside. There are more skulls in here than you'd perhaps anticipated. There's kind of like a line of skulls around the not mostly human or humanoid. The throne that's set up is made of bones, but there sure are some nice tapestries. They're woven in a lizard folk way, so it's kind of more. Like branches woven together with like vines and other things, but like there's definitely signs of it. So you kind of
Are the skulls generally more human, or are they generally more lizard folk?
mostly humanish.
Ugh, my childhood.
He walks in.
He's like, cool.
So he goes in and sits on the bone throne and says, "All right, so you want to kill Castellancer, the dragon? Have
Correct.
you killed dragons before?"
We battled a green dragon to a standstill, but that was like
We
years
were
ago.
babies practically.
Yeah, were you around a couple months back? Because you guys are a little more isolated. It seems like you're pretty organized for the whole undead taking over the world thing.
Oh, that was when the weird smelling humanoids were shuffling around.
Correct.
Yeah, their skulls, Quinny gestures up around to the decorations, would have been softer, probably.
Yeah.
Missing
No,
parts.
we certainly dealt with that. We actually dealt with some of that here. We had some lizard folk rise, and
Yeah.
Do you remember
And-
when they all just randomly fell down one day?
yes, I did that.
Congratulations. We helped.
Can you roll me a? What do I want from this? It's like I need like a clandestine. Like we both know what I mean here.
I mean, I could just roll. We could do persuasion. We could do
Yeah.
insight if you just want both of their ability to speak a language
Sure,
they're
yes,
not
let's do
speaking.
insight.
Ooh.
18.
Didn't roll great, but sees you being this confident, and he's lost the roll, so he just has to roll with it. He can't fight you. And he goes, "Oh, well, your assistance was appreciated."
Well, thank you for your magnanimity. You truly are powerful.
Yes, well,
I will tell you, almost all nations we dealt with fell to the undead within the first month.
Yeah.
So the fact that you
Oh,
lasted
yeah.
as long as you did, for us to have survived right up to the point where we engaged in our very personal up-close war, we had to hide in the mountains in an area where the undead literally couldn't go. You guys were on the front lines. You're a badass.
Yeah, it's pretty humid here.
yes, well, we were lucky. There were some other groups that I had brought into the fold that were willing to stand between us and the threat for a time. It was fine. It was nothing.
Takes a canny general to be able to pull all that off, and a good politician.
Thank you. Can you roll insight again?
Can I too? Because Juniper's just like,
23.
this was
23?
just forced cannon fodder. Fuck.
But
8.
not Butthole's concern in this conversation.
Yeah.
23 and 8.
Yeah.
Something is slightly off in this story. He is not giving you a full account, which also makes sense based on what you just said around how fast everyone else was subjugated by Asgard. And it's also possible that Akkad just didn't give a shit about this marsh, but it's weird that he's telling you stories about this.
Well, listen, there's a lot of human skulls here that were not zombified, and they didn't come from that village. So it's like, oh, yeah, he marched a bunch of people out in between him and there. Yeah, Butthole can kind of read into this. Again, he's really just focused on this mission. It's not his job to tame the world. He can't do that shit. He's a king. This is, let's just get some help murdering a dragon, and then we can fuck off and be done. That's Butthole's goal here. Just do the mission. Make it nominally better for everyone in the short term.
So he takes a long sip from his goblet and says, "Okay, so you fought a green dragon to a standstill. Pretty
Yep.
cool. What is your plan for this one? He's been causing a lot of trouble, and I appreciate that you've brought the metal and like the lizard folk who are in the like. Ooh, he's like, yeah. It's fine. It's better than what we've got, but it's not that much better. Shut up. So this will help. We can certainly. I can arm my best ninjas with it." And
Great.
like 2 guys drop from the ceiling. He's like, "Ah."
Impressive.
You saw them coming in, but like they've just been up there biding their time. And says, "So we can help, but I don't know how much this is going to do. I obviously will throw my magic at him, but as you saw from the arrow I launched, a lot of my magic is not particularly. The acid won't do anything against him.
Yes. Yeah, so we've got some pretty significant magic of our own. We're ready to gear up to be able to fly. We'll get up close and we can really smash things up. We just don't know the terrain, and we don't know the most advantageous time to move, whereas you've got a lot more of the, shall we say, on-the-ground information.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know where his lair is.
Yes, there's a one of your large ships crashed on the shore some time ago. It has been littering our backyard for a long time. It's a real pain in the tail, but it is half submerged and is a pretty good space for a dragon of Costalancer's. Dragons are used to having some amount of sway over lizard folk, and luckily, through my influence, I've been able to keep my people clear of that. But I think he probably, whatever his lair was back in the day, is long gone. But this new lair seems to be kind of what he's doing. So that's where we've seen him flying out of and returning to. I know he's been bothering the humans at the Dagger Ford. But there's a number of other settlements and cities along the coast here, and he's looking for some group of adventurers, and I think he's been trying there too. I've seen him bring people back to eat here. So, there's all sorts of, it's a very, you would find it very wretched, I think, his lair. Us, it's just a waste of meat and bone. There's a lot. He's just kind of strewing about all over the place. It's really bringing down the property value of the marsh, which I find troublesome. But again, I could throw all of my people at him, and we could probably damage him. But I don't know that all of us fighting would. He would just be very tired by the end of it, and we'd all be dead.
Yeah, I think, we're looking for more like ranged assistance, where we're like, hey, if you can throw in from the sidelines,
we can absolutely harass him and piss him off. He's got a real chip on his wing about this whole painting thing. We hear him ranting about it. Like, he monologues out there, so it won't take much to piss him off.
Do you guys have any like explosives or anything cool like that would just like blow up really big and hurt someone?
Unfortunately, based on where we live and what we build, everything, he taps the wood. He says, well, we don't have your fancy metal structures or anything else. So as a result, no, we try and keep fire away from...
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so...
buildings. I mean, I can throw a tremendous amount of magic missiles at him, but again, like...
So I think our biggest concern now that I'm looking at it, and like feel free to chime in, guys, but is that we know Costalancer can breathe underwater and breathe air, and we can really only magically equip ourselves for air and or ground battle, not underwater.
That's correct.
Yes.
He has taken great pains to make the sunken ship his new lair. I think after being stuck in one of those one of your wall tapestries for so long, the desire to have the comforts of home and gestures to the skulls, the comforts of home is high. I don't think he'll abandon it easily. Dragons are very territorial, and the fact that his old lair was not here when he returned, you spit acid all over the coast for a bit. So odds are, if we were to collectively attack him, he wouldn't fuck off underwater and disappear, because then we would just raise his lair to the ground, and I think that would pain him. So I wouldn't expect that you'll lose him altogether. And because he is in a ship that is wrecked, it's not submerged. It is on the edge.
Great. Okay, so if he's not going to bail, then we've got that. We've got you guys here who can harass. We've got us. We can theoretically put ourselves in a position where we can fly.
I would also recommend we move at low tide, where there will be less water to deal with in general. I understand that's an impediment.
That's smart. Okay, so the only question is there some advantage to us showing up and trying to play ourselves off as the people he hates, Sparkle Twig, Vaultsy, that kind of stuff? Or should we just wait for him to take off for the village and hit him the moment he's clear of the ground so he doesn't know? Like, he's over the swamp, bam, assault.
If he's not leaving, I could maybe be bait. I could claim to be Sparkle Twig, say, hey, come and get me. I'm wearing your butler's clothes, and then make him chase me up into the sky where we're waiting for him.
Or just chase you into the swamp, get him in amongst some trees.
Sure,
Make it harder to take off, and we can just jump the fucker.
Yeah.
You care about the Daggerfordians, do you?
Why do you ask?
Well, simply if you don't give him reason to stay, he will likely just assault the town. I don't know if you've read The Desolation of Smaug, but it's a classic ploy. You piss off a dragon, they just go destroy some squishy town nearby. So if you're looking to keep his attention here so that my ninjas can be of best use, I would recommend this butler cloth gambit. For otherwise, he might just fly away and burn the city and then come back and fight you. So
All right.
if you care about them, if you don't, and I gotta tell you, I kind of don't, although this is very nice. Thank you for bringing me these gifts. But if you don't care, then let them go burn the town down. That's kind of doing me a solid, and then we'll jump when he gets home.
So we do a Sparkle Twig and Valtzy, and then I'm hiding in the woods with the ninjas on a Pegasus, and we throw down.
That sounds good to me.
Perfect. I don't have to be Grandpa Warwick to be Valtzy, right?
No, it's just a name
Okay.
that we use.
Jeez.
Anyone can be Valtzy.
No, we thought you'd be a genius. That obviously didn't work, but it's not anybody's fault. That's
yeah,
just bad luck.
I think that was
You're wolfing out a lot more. I
misguided.
wonder if that's part of the gumbo change for you.
Maybe. I mean, it's happened a lot these past few days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Krennan's losing control. How are your basketball skills?
I haven't tried.
We
You know?
should log that. That's becoming
Yeah.
a real symptom of
Yeah.
Krennan's.
You guys
Before
have
he
a
never
court here?
mentioned basketball.
We could make a team.
I'd watch.
We prefer
Honestly.
pickleball.
Oh,
Have you heard of pickleball?
I have.
Yes.
It's like tennis, but with a lower net and easier.
Yeah, for retired professional tennis players.
Yes, or lizards. It's very hard to do.
Makes sense to me.
Your humanoid sports are difficult for us. We're also really good at water polo.
So you guys need to announce yourselves and then do the ambush.
Yep.
You can figure out what spells you want to use, what you got to put in place.
I figure fly to get us into and out of there. Lickety split. Maybe if you want to slap a haste on both of us, or
We want to use haste right away.
well, just to get us out of there, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or
it's
just
worth
to-
saving.
Just to hit as hard as you can. I don't know. There's kind of two different theories. One is we get ready for like a longer form, like marathon of a fight, or we go for the alpha strike, throw everything you've got at the wall right away.
I'll tell
I
you,
hope we can knock him out.
I'm built exclusively for Alpha Strike. Always have been. But I'm fine to be bait to piss him off and bring him to you guys.
I mean, I'll be on a Pegasus, so I can get to you if I need to. How are you feeling about? You want to do alpha strike or longer brawl?
Alpha strike would be good. Just know, if I get hit hard, then you might have one round of this.
Well,
One
yeah.
attack
Hey,
and
same
then
goes
you're-
Okay, so
for
and
my-
then super sleepy.
So you can
I'm
put
just
one
saying.
person on the
same
punchy
goes for my
punchy.
flight spell.
Yeah.
One person can get alpha strike.
One person, and it takes all my concentration.
All right, so that's a high risk gambit, but it
Yep.
does mean if you're ready to go for a sneak attack, it's a pretty good one.
Yep.
All right, well, I'll trust you guys. I'm going to show up on a fucking Pegasus.
All right. Redeye, where's a good place for you and your folk with these arrows and any other anti-dragon gear you might have to set up in the swamps that you would have a strong advantage for an ambush?
And he explains kind of where the rocks and sort of like outcroppings and cliffs around this kind of like cove basically are, where this crash ship is. So it's the kind of thing where you can get a few people up high, and then more kind of can sneak in from the swamp to just the edge where the rock outcroppings are, and then basically pop over and just light up the dragon. But basically, you're looking at like pestering shots from these people to draw fire. And then he says, and as for me, obviously, I will throw as much magic as I can at him. But it sounds like if all of you are throwing your best punches out of the gate, it might be worthwhile having someone ready to throw the second punch if a second punch is needed. Or I can contribute to your, you called it an alpha strike?
Well, I think if we're going for the alpha strike, it makes sense to have one, right hook kind of left with us as a surprise. So yeah, if we can keep you ready to lash out if something starts to go wrong.
Very happily.
And then I think the only other question I have is, you've seen this dragon, you seem to know the land and the terrain and its general mood. It's an acid dragon, so I don't have a clean answer, but is there something we could do if we changed the weather that you think would give us an advantage? Is there something you think this guy would hate? I don't know what ice or snow would do to the local ecology, but I can either crank it hot or cold. We can make it what it needs to be.
Given the nature of Castellancer as an acid dragon, I actually don't know I do know that if you change the climate too drastically, my people will be significantly less useful to you in combat.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't want to do it. Okay, so this doesn't really provide an advantage. I was hoping.
Worth
I
a
was
shot.
hoping.
I think if it was just the three of you, it perhaps would. I just know that he like leans in. He's like, look, my ninjas are very self-conscious about it, but like we are ultimately all lizard folk. So if you change the temperature real quick, that's going to fuck us up pretty badly. And if you, like make it snowy or icy, like we're not built for that.
Well, is there a certain temperature that makes you guys like move faster and feel more energized?
Oh, this one. We're pretty good right now. This,
Oh, okay,
this
great.
Is
As long
an
as you're good.
optimal.
Because I was like, I can move it up
balmy
and down a little bit
temperature.
for not much.
No, it's good. If you make it rain, it'll make it hard to shoot because then our bowstrings will get wet and stuff.
Fair enough. Okay, so I think we've got a plan. We're waiting for low tide. What time's low tide around here?
Well, like, looks out the window, licks, like with his lizard tongue, licks a claw, holds it to the ear, says, soon, very soon, we must move quickly.
Well,
And
then
everyone
it's,
goes, red eye.
You have to leave it alone, Laura. You have to drop it. It's Faerun. Shit works differently. East
You
and
don't
west are wherever the sun goes as far as east and west, but the sun's travel might be north and south as we know it on the compass.
That's why the
We
tides are
still
different.
call it east and
the
west.
sun is southward. It's set southward, and that's why you don't know the tide anymore. It's you that's wrong.
Remember, you
Just keep
turn
going,
into
just
other
keep going.
creatures.
I
What
know
time
it's
do you
keep
think
going.
low tide is?
Oh my God.
No, it's got to get said now.
Just keep
People at home
going.
need to know what you're guessing. What is low tide normally?
It depends on where the moon is. At what time of day?
Okay, well, it's like
The
midnight.
moon is in the sky.
It would depend.
It's in space.
Okay, so you don't know either.
Well, the moon's not always in the same place at midnight. It changes.
It's almost like the DM said that the low tide is happening soon.
Soon.
Narratively, so we don't
Yeah.
need to wait 6 hours for a fight.
I like that. So
Yeah, no,
it turns out
fine.
it's going to take us as long as it takes us to get there for it to be low tide. This walk is somewhere that is just the right amount of time. All right. So we've got our plan. We've
Yep.
got our alpha strike with our second punch. We're going to summon a Pegasus. We got an army of ninjas with cool bows. Redeye. It's time for us to kill a dragon, bud.
And this time it's him who says, red eye. And friends.
Hell yeah. Let's kick some ass.
Hell yeah. Say hell yeah, Juniper.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
All
God.
right. I swear we're going to be better on the day.
This episode of Dum-Dums and Dragons features the voices of Ryan LaPlante, Tyler Hewitt, and Laura Hamstra, alongside our Dungeon Master, Tom McGee. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Dum-Dums and Dragons artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC.com. Our theme songs are And Now for That Massive Coronary and Skipping Through the Orchestra Pit Part 1 by Peter Gresser, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR. All of their music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. And tune in next week for more Dum-Dums and Dragons.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Mithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dia de los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adamir 101, The Dankler, Anticore 7, Lady Destiny Stormbringer, Randall Eberly, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.